violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Tonight, chilling new details of a 10-year-old Milwaukee boy opening fire, killing his mother at close range. 12 News is not naming the boy due to his age, but new court documents reveal the boy opened fire because his mom wouldn't buy him something on Amazon, and then he purchased a virtual reality headset from her Amazon account the day after she died.
Wow. So, obviously, as you can see, another example of, unfortunately, these single mothers not being able to raise these young boys into men. And you have this 10-year-old boy who deleted his mama over a VR headset game that she didn't want to buy him. These super toddler gremlins are on demon time.
The deadly shooting happened Monday at the boys' home near 87th and Hemlock on the northwest side of the city. Police initially ruled the shooting accidental, but the criminal complaint says the 10-year-old's family called police with serious concerns the next day. The boy's sister telling detectives, quote, "He has had rage issues all of his life. He becomes very angry and acts out," adding that he had been seeing a therapist.
See, I mean, he's had rage issues all his life, and it just shows that these women just can't discipline these kids, man. They can't do it. And there's nothing to keep his aggressive demeanor in check. That's why the father is so important.
And when police questioned the boy a second time, they say he told them the shooting wasn't accidental and that he was mad at his mother because she woke him up early that morning. According to this complaint, police say the boy told them he took his mother's keys and grabbed the gun from a lockbox, then went down to the basement to confront his mother while she was doing laundry. The boy told investigators he only meant to scare his mother by shooting at the wall, instead admitted that he shot her in the face and that he knew guns can kill people. No one answered.
Yeah, that man is, well, that young man is hella cap. I think that he intentionally clapped his own mama. Ridiculous.
The door at the family's home Thursday. The complaint says the boy's grandmother said he told her, quote, "I'm sorry for killing my mom," then asked if his Amazon package had arrived.
Damn. He thought he could get out. He thought he could get out of that by just saying, "Oh, my bad." But did my package pull up?
Well, Hillary, tonight, what's next for this boy?
Well, Patrick, he is charged as an adult. He's due back in court next week, and if convicted, could face 60 years in prison. Meanwhile, his mother's funeral is set for Friday.
Hillary Mintz reporting live tonight.
For a 10-year-old boy accused of killing his mother in court.
That hearing wrapped up just minutes ago.
And according to the criminal complaint, Quiana Mann's son shot her last month at their home near 87th and Magnolia in Milwaukee.
Investigative reporter Hillary Mintz is here with us. State law, Hillary, dictates because of the charge, this child is automatically charged as an adult.
Right, Derek. This 10-year-old could be looking at 6 decades in prison if convicted. And according to court documents, this boy shot his mother because he was upset he couldn't have a gaming system. Police say the boy initially claimed the shooting was an accident and happened while he twirled the gun around last month. Prosecutors say he admitted he was upset with his mother because she woke him up early and wouldn't buy him a virtual reality headset from Amazon. Now, he said he took his mom's keys and got her gun from the lockbox the night before, went into the basement.
Wow, and that's premeditated. Got the keys from the lockbox the night before and pulled the strap.
Where she was doing laundry, fired at the wall, said he meant to scare her, but instead shot her in the face, killing her. Today's virtual hearing was brief, and the judge explained why the boy wasn't seen on video.
The child or juvenile is present, but because the court had previously ordered that his image or photo not be used in any manner, that is why I'm permitting that his video be off for today.
The boy is currently in a juvenile detention facility. The judge set a $50,000 cash bail. The defense is looking to lower.
First at 5, disturbing new details. A 10-year-old boy charged with killing his own mother.
Police say he told investigators he pulled the trigger because he was mad she wouldn't let him buy something online. Let's get right to Steve Shamraz, anchoring our coverage live in Wauwatosa tonight from the Juvenile Justice Center. That's where the young accused shooter is in custody, Steve.
Yeah, Katie, the alleged killer here, again, only 10 years old, but facing homicide charges in adult court. That child is being held here at the Juvenile Justice Center, where he's awaiting an appearance next week before a judge. We're going to bring my colleague Uba Ali in now. And Uba, you have been going through the details of what happened in some of the court documents in this case today.
Yeah, Steve, and the details are very alarming. The complaint describes the very moment that child went into his mother's gun lock box and decided to take the gun out.
It's still a surprise when there's a shooting around Juvy's quiet neighborhood.
Steve Frisch has lived near 87th and Hemlock for more than 2 decades. His quiet neighborhood was shaken up last week after police say a 10-year-old boy killed his mother. Frisch described the family as average.
He just asked me how I'm doing and stuff like that.
According to a criminal complaint, the boy originally told police he accidentally shot his mom when he was twirling the gun, but the next day the family...
And he lied initially too. See, guys, we have a problem in the community. You know, you don't want to blame the mother because she's obviously a victim, but you have to wonder how is this boy 10 years old already knowing how to pull the strap, already knowing these things about just grown-ups, things that a child should not be worried about, like what can delete somebody or not. I mean, it's absolutely insane what's going on in the community. I think a lot of us are growing these kids up way too early. You got these kids listening to this vulgar music, extreme music at a young age. You got young kids listening to NBA YoungBoy. I mean, it's just a mess.
Family called police with serious concerns. They say the boy told his aunt he was actually aiming the gun at his mother. According to detectives, the boy said he got the gun because he was mad at his mom for waking him up at 6 in the morning and that she would not allow him to order a virtual reality headset from Amazon. Police say the boy told them he got the gun by taking his mom's keys to the gun safe. He says he took up a shooting stance and that he wanted to shoot the wall to scare her, but she walked in front of him. Family told the police the boy had, quote, rage issues all his life, and at 4 years old picked up a puppy by its tail and swung it around until it whined in pain.
Damn. That boy is wild.
The criminal complaint states that 6 months ago, the 10-year-old filled a balloon with flammable liquid and set it on fire, which caused a sectional and carpet in their home to catch fire.
Wow. How does he know how does he know these flammable liquids? I mean, what are they teaching this dude? How is he learning these things? Bro, sometimes y'all need to get the iPad away from these little kids, man.
A sibling told police the 10-year-old was meeting with a therapist who gave him a concerning diagnosis that led his mother to place cameras inside their home. The cameras were unplugged 2 weeks ago. A family member told...
Wow, demon seed. This kid is just demonic. I mean, he's just a bad seed. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, man. And at least he's getting locked up now instead of going out into society as a grown adult. But this dude is a menace. These super toddler gremlins are on demon time.
Police, quote, they felt bad for not stepping in earlier because they knew that eventually something bad was going to happen. This morning, we asked Mayor Kevlar Johnson about the charges the 10-year-old is facing.
Anytime there's violence that happens in Milwaukee, whether it's committed by somebody who's 10 years old or much older than that, that gives me pause. I don't want to see anybody hurt or lose their lives in the city. In this particular case, I don't have the details just yet. This is something that is just coming to my attention just this morning.
Now, a cash bond of $50,000 was set for the 10-year-old who will remain at this Justice Juvenile Facility, Steve. And according to detectives, that 10-year-old did admit to them that he knew a gun could kill. That 10-year-old is now being charged, like you said, as an adult with first-degree reckless homicide.
So much going on with that young boy in that home, Uba Ali. Thanks for walking us through that. So,
yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey. And I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe, hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
Patrick, that 10-year-old boy in police custody tonight. If convicted of killing his mom, he faces 60 years in prison. Tonight, we talked to a neighbor who took us back to that morning, and he said what he heard, he won't soon forget.
The only thing I heard was the screaming.
The screaming. Is that going to stick with you, what you heard?
Yeah, because it's something that, I really didn't expect so early in the morning. I thought they were just, they were arguing or something, but the scream, you can feel it.
A neighbor sharing details about the morning of November 21st near 87th and Magnolia. According to a criminal complaint, Quiana Mann's 10-year-old son shot her in the face at close range, killing her. The boy said his mom would not allow him to have something from Amazon that he wanted. He also admitted to being mad at her.
See, get them off the iPad. They looking at things. I mean, just... These kids are seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing at their age, man. Take that damn iPad away now.
For waking him up at 6 a.m. when he usually sleeps until 6:30. The complaint also goes on to say the day after the boy is accused of killing his mom, he went on her Amazon account and ordered a virtual reality headset. He also allegedly apologized for the shooting, saying, "I'm sorry for killing my mom," then asked if his Amazon package arrived. The boy is charged as an adult with first-degree reckless homicide.
You don't want something like this to happen to anyone at all. She's a really nice lady, so from what I can tell you guys, that she's really sweet and a nice lady.
A GoFundMe account describes Mann as a mother of 4 who was compassionate, loving, and kind.
Really heartbreaking to see.
With a smile that could light up a room.
Someone who lives in your neighborhood, and something unfortunate that happened really breaks your heart.
Now, Kristen, in the criminal complaint, some of the child's family members indicated that he had a troubled past.
Patrick, family members told police the 10-year-old boy was seeing a therapist. They also said his mom was receiving daily reports from his school about his behavior. They also told police that when the boy was 4 years old, he took a puppy by its tail and swung it around until it cried out in pain.
This was the first in-person hearing for the boy, and it's odd, if not troubling or jarring, to see grown men, deputies, walk a small child into a courtroom wearing a detention center issued t-shirt. But the fact is, he's accused of a terrible crime and he's been charged as an adult.
And this is absolutely insane because you got a 10-year-old being charged as an adult. These kids in the community are lost, y'all. I mean, just growing up with this type of demonic aura where you get so angry you shoot your mom it's overboard, man. This is extremely chilling. And you know, I would throw out the famous saying, sisters, come get your kids. But in this case, it just doesn't hit the same.
The 10-year-old throughout most of the hearing sat quietly with his head down.
You understand we're in juvenile court, but this is an adult court proceeding.
Prosecutors have charged him with first-degree intentional homicide. Records indicate he shot his mother in the face after refusing to buy him a virtual reality headset.
The complaint alleges that the victim was shot at very close range in the head.
On Wednesday, the boy's attorneys asked the court to drop a second count of reckless homicide, calling it redundant. That will be decided next month. They've also asked bail be reduced to $100, the only money they say the boy has.
Wow. My team and I have spoken with him about his ability to post anything. He told us about...
I mean, this is crazy. They've spoken to a 10-year-old boy about his ability to post a bond, and they're requesting he pull out the piggy bank and put some money down on that bond. This is ridiculous.
Piggy banks with savings that he had from gifts, from birthday gifts, and scavenging through cushions in the couch that
and maybe sticking people up.
He's been able to save up.
The judge did not reduce bail, keeping it at $50,000. If the boy is unable to post bail, he may remain in custody now.
I mean, how's a 10-year-old boy gonna get $50,000? My man better start doing jail TikToks.
And for the rest of his life, if convicted of intentional homicide.
A 10-year-old Wisconsin boy will be charged as an adult after allegedly killing his mother when she wouldn't allow him to buy an expensive virtual reality headset from Amazon. This, according to a criminal complaint obtained by People, which states that the boy, who has not been publicly named due to his age, shot his 44-year-old mother, Quiana Mann, in the eye at close range at her Milwaukee home. The complaint alleges that after the shooting, the boy first tried hiding the gun and then told his older sister that their mother was dead. The sister then called 911.
Wow.
Police allege that the 10-year-old used his mother's keys to open a locked gun safe containing the gun at around 7 a.m. on November 21st. He allegedly told detectives that he had taken the gun out because he was angry his mother didn't wake him up 30 minutes early, and added that he was upset she would not let him buy the headset. The complaint also alleges that one day after killing his mother, he logged into her Amazon account to buy the Oculus virtual reality headset anyway. The boy initially told police that the shooting was accidental, so he was allowed to stay at home with his family. However, the next day, relatives called the police with concerns about whether he was telling the truth. The complaint states that the family members told detectives that the child had experienced rage issues throughout his life and that he had claimed to have 5 different imaginary people that talked to him. The 10-year-old is being charged with first-degree reckless homicide and is being held on $50,000 bail. If convicted, he could face up to 60 years in prison.
The headline
We've been pretty much just shaken to our core.
The headline went viral. A 10-year-old boy accused of killing his mother over a virtual reality headset. Now, this family wants to set the record straight.
I think the biggest misconception is that it was over a VR Oculus headset.
This Milwaukee family suddenly thrust into the national spotlight.
Some days are better than others.
We're not naming the boy per a court order. Last month, prosecutors charged the 4th grader as an adult with intentional homicide for the deadly shooting of his mother, Quiana Mann.
He calls daily, and we have talks. He's not expressed any remorse to me.
For the first time, Mann's sister and mother speaking exclusively.
He's not expressing remorse. Who taught this? I mean, this isn't something that you just wake up and it's like that. I mean, he had to be taught this type of behavior. I'm thinking maybe abuse, maybe some neglect. I don't know what it is, but that's an issue. You have a kid who's done something horrible and he has not expressed regret. These super toddler gremlins. are on demon time.
With 12 News.
Everybody loved her.
Did you ever think your grandson, your nephew, would be capable of something like this?
But I knew he was capable of something, but not this harsh.
At the time of the tragedy, they say he was in treatment for behavioral issues.
It was recommended by his treatment providers that cell phones, electronic devices be limited because of the violent games that he was playing.
Wow. So playing violent games, GTA, maybe Call of Duty, whatever. And people are saying, oh, well, these games don't have effects on crime and they don't, inspire violent acts or whatnot. And, I love the entertainment, but this is why you don't allow children to be playing with these games. This is why there's parental advisory and limits on the age that you should be playing this game. And the parents have to be cognizant of that. And like I said, that's probably their fault for even introducing him to this type of entertainment or content at his young age.
So she was literally following his treatment plan when she decided to take his electronic devices. And that is what upset him.
Now, the boy remains locked up in the juvenile detention center, awaiting his next court appearance. And it's exactly where his aunt and grandmother say he belongs.
We just don't know what his mental state is and what he's capable of.
We have to sleep at night, and he's a roamer. He likes to roam. And
woo! And he the type to just delete the whole family and they sleep. That boy is a menace.
Night. So I don't know. I'd be a little scared.
In Milwaukee, Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News.
The family tells 12 News they do not object to prosecutors charging the boy as an adult.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen this from a family. They ain't saying he ain't do this. Oh, that boy, he a good boy. Da, da, da. They say, get him the F out of here. We're tired of taking care of him. Be gone. The family completely, hey, we cutting ties. We want to forget this. We want to move past this. Horrible situation. Condolences to the family. I know they're fed up of these super toddler gremlins. I am too. And it's time to, put these individuals where they belong, and that's behind bars. These super toddler gremlins are on demon time.
The 10-year-old is the youngest of Mann's 4 children.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.